third favourite at 4-1. In the last few minutes, there's been really solid support for Is No Good. They've done 8, 15-2, it is now 7-1. But Barajan is the horse for real cash, and Impact is the big drifter. That's the focus of this market. 3-1 Barajan. It replaces Impact and is now almost certain, I think, to go off favourite. That's a change from what you might have seen in your morning papers. 11-4 Barajan.
Some of them quite intent on starting some way behind them. And in fact, Impact has jumped off some 10 lengths behind the second last horse. Got away okay, but spots this leader a good 25 lengths as they come now to the second. Bayrajan the leader by 2 or 3 lengths to Deal in second. Jumping in third will be Ad Hoc, followed further back by Is No Good, and then Horus, and further back is Will Pradika, Tresor de Mai, and Impact as they're well strung out. 25 lengths separates first and last. Impact is that last horse. Coming down now towards the first of the ditches. Bayrajan jumps it well. About 6 in front here of Deal, and in third is Ad Hoc. In behind them, Tresor de Mai on the left in the purple jacket. In the centre, Horus. They're followed by Is No Good, then Impact, and just preceding Impact is Will Pradika. Stepping over the water, Bayrajan with his commanding lead as they sort themselves out early. They've got another 16 fences to jump, so still a long way to go. But Bayrajan just lobbing along at his own leisure under 11 stone 12 top weight. It's a far cry from the heavy weight that Arkle carried to win the second running of this race right back in the 60s. And a different class of horse, I think you'll agree. But just the same, Bayrajan, a very, very good jumper. Comes now towards the fifth. Bayrajan jumps it well from Deal in second, Ad Hoc in third. They're followed by Is No Good and Will Pradika, Horus, then further back Tresor de Mai and Impact as they go over the sixth. Impact has made up a lot of ground. That's him on the extreme left of the screen. Still about 10 lengths off the pace. Bayrajan comes to this open ditch, the second of them. Jumps it well. Ad Hoc was just a bit skew-whiff at that, but landed safely. And Bayrajan leads them to the eighth by 4 or 5 lengths. The Deal in second, then 2 or 3 lengths away in third, Ad Hoc, followed by Impact, has jumped up into fourth now. A length further back Is No Good, followed then by Royal Pradika, who's on the outside as they come up to the entrance to the home straight. Further back Is No Good, back in that ruck with Tresor de Mai and Horus as they round the corner now, under 2 miles to travel, and coming up to fence number 9. Bayrajan, last year's winner, leads by 10 lengths, draws towards it now, takes off, jumps it impeccably from Deal in second and Ad Hoc in third. Then tucked away behind them in fourth is Impact, followed by Is No Good, and then right there in the centre, Horus. Then further back then at this stage is Tresor de Mai as the leader comes up towards the 10th. And well back in the field too is Royal Pradika, heading over that 10th. Coming up to the judge, they're at the halfway point now. They've jumped 10, another 10 to jump, and Bayrajan out in front. How do you think he's going, Norman?
Yes, absolutely. But we saw Bayrajan in the ring and he looked very, very fit. And Richard Johnson, the way he's ridden him, really thinks he must be fit because he's making this a true test. And everything in behind travelling quite well. Ad Hoc a little bit skew-whiff at 1 or 2. You'd worry whether he's absolutely in love with the ground, but a lot to play for yet. Richard Johnson is going to make it a big test, and down the hill here will be very interesting to see how he jumps.
Well, they're almost back where they started, back at the 3 mile post. They've jumped 10, another 10 to negotiate. They group right up, and Richard Johnson has slowed them right up now as they steady coming towards fence number 11. Bayrajan, the near side, jumps it well from a Deal. Back in the field, Tresor de Mai got too close to that. Ad Hoc jumped it okay up into third. Is No Good is just behind the Royal Pradika, the stripe cap out wide. Impact on the left as they come to the 12th, and the leader just fluffed that a bit. Further back in the field then was Horus, followed then by Tresor de Mai. Heading downhill now towards 13, and this is another open ditch coming up, and it's Bayrajan on the left in the yellow jacket who just shows the way to it. Bayrajan steadies, gets through it by 2 or 3 lengths to Ad Hoc up on the outside of Deal, and then behind them Impact, followed then by Is No Good second from the right, Royal Pradika on the extreme right. Further back then is Tresor de Mai and Horus as they come to the water. Bayrajan steps over it. 2 lengths to Ad Hoc, who's up in a handy posse. Impact is scraping paint on the inside there from Dear Deal in the yellow cap. Is no good the centre. Royal Pradika out wide. Horus is a half length away, and then on the inside Tresor de Mai. Grouping right up again as they race out of Swinley Bottom now. 6.5 furlongs left to travel and 6 to jump in this Canter Sports Silver Cup. And on the left of picture, it's Bayrajan bidding for back-to-back wins. Joined though by Ad Hoc on his outside as he jumps at Ad Hoc, a mistake, and that might have been costly. Is no good, and Horus have moved up. Royal Pradika's out wide. Dear Deal's under pressure. Impact's going well as they come to 5 out, and further back Tresor de Mai. But Bayrajan's the one to catch, and Richard Johnson now asking him to dig deep. He's 2 lengths in front now of Impact, who's coming there under a double handful, followed then by Ad Hoc, who hasn't been jumping well. Horus is out wider, followed by Tresor de Mai. Dear Deal is no good's dropped out with Royal Pradika. Coming up to the 3rd last now. They steady, and it's Bayrajan who gets over it in front of Impact, who's coming there strongly. Horus on the outside. Is no good has been pulled up. Ad Hoc has now given way. On the turn though, it's Bayrajan still with his head in front, but only just. On the outside, Impact is the big danger. Still hasn't released the brakes. Horus on the outside, about 4 or 5 lengths away, then Ad Hoc, followed then by Tresor de Mai and Dear Deal. Coming to the 2nd last, Bayrajan the leader. Impact switches the far side. Mistake by Bayrajan, and now Horus is the danger. Horus looms up on the near side to tackle Bayrajan. Impact has run out of petrol. A long gap then to Ad Hoc. They've got 1 left to jump, and it's Horus on the near side. Jamie Moore sitting as quiet as a church mouse, and Bayrajan the far side. Everything's thrown at him. They jump it together. They touch down together. Horus to near side. Bayrajan the far side. The top weight won't give in without a fight. Horus in front, but now grabbed by Bayrajan, who's coming back. Horus no kicks again, and Horus wins the Silver Cup. What a finish. Bayrajan 2nd, 25-30 lengths to Dear Deal in 3rd, followed by Tresor de Mai. Impact very weary and crosses the line in company with Ad Hoc, and they're the only finishers. Well, it looks like Is no good, and also Royal Pradika pulled up with the winner, number 7, Horus. Number 7, Horus, is the winner, owned by Brian Kilpatrick, trained by Martin Pipe, ridden by Jamie Moore.
Horus returns the 11-2 winner from Bayrajan, 11-4 favourite, finishing 2nd. Dear Deal, 20-1, finished 3rd. The winner won by a length and a half.